This is Redemption Goddess. How are you doing today? And welcome back. And then for those of you that will watch this in a playback, there's not many people on my page. I've had a stroke. I've had two strokes, and I have just been on a road to recovery. But getting back to my topics, and now that I can speak a little bit better, I'm going to say correction. I want to talk about corrective behavior. So we all make mistakes. I don't know how big or small yours are, but I've made some mistakes in life, and probably will continue to make more. But what I do notice, people want this perfect life, and I'm not saying all people, but some people, they want this perfect life, and that's just not how it really works. You can have a perfect upbringing. You can position yourself to be great, and you will be great. But some things, they're just out of your control. People think that life is just, oh, do I got a, oh, got a hair on my chin, y'all. This hair, this little bit of, this one hair on my chin, and it just pops out. I will tweeze it, and it just pops out my chin. So I have a beard now. Anyway, I don't know what your life will be, but I would say get rid of being bitter, being nasty, you know, nasty to people, just, like everything bothers you. You can go through that phase in life, but snap out of it. If someone tells you no, no, I don't have it, or no, I can't do it. Oh, okay. And no bitterness. No, I don't want to talk to this person no more. None of that. Just, oh, okay. Let me move on to the next person that I'm going to ask this question to. You don't have to be. You can, like, oh, you could sit up there and say, when I'm asking this person for this favor or this money or for whatever I'm asking them for, they don't have to acknowledge me. They don't. Whether you think they deserve it or not. No one does. You don't deserve anything. This person can tell you no at the drop of a dime, and you have to deal with it. How you deal with it has a lot to do with, whatever you going through in life. I have been nasty to people, snarled up at people, and I've been a horrible person. I have been a horrible person. And then I'm like, well, this next part of my life, I'm not going to be a horrible person. If someone tells me no, I say, well, bless you, sir, or bless you, ma'am, or whatever I'm asking for. And I'm going to go to the next person. Now, if someone tells you no and then adds commentary, I'm not gonna give it to you, and I don't want anyone else to give it to you. Well, now you say, well, I respect your, I don't even respect your opinion, but you've laid out an opinion before me, and I'm going to remove myself, and whatever you have to say as far as, getting someone to tell me no, you want to tell me no, so that's cool. But now you want to get other people to tell me no? No, that ain't gonna work. And then I'm just gonna leave. Like what I always tell you, when you leave out of the situation, you say, "Well, this person is not for me." And I don't never want to see them again. Y'all can live in the same city, same town, and you don't have to see them again. You don't have to interact with them again. You can use your mind with the power of your words. You can use your mind to never see them again. You can. And that's not saying that you wish ill will on them. They might approach you, and you can't get away. And you got your guard up, and you say, "Whoa, what is this person approaching me for? I've already taken them off of my path in life. What is this person approaching me for?" So this is where the forgiving heart comes in, because this person could be approaching you to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry that I told you no, and I told everybody to tell you no, and you know, going on like that. And you can evaluate it and say, I'm happy that you came to this conclusion, but it's still going to be a no for me. As far as a relationship with you or whatever, it's still going. Or you could say, okay, I forgive you, and they could work on whatever they told you no about, or whatever is in their heart to work on. These are how relationships are built. When I see these posts, you know, I give somebody some money, and they just disappear because they didn't have the money to get. Okay, so they gave you money, or you got money from these people, and so they're hounding you on when you get it back. And they say, "Oh, you got new shoes, or you eating at restaurants, and you still ain't got my money back." No, that's a wrong approach. If you're borrowing the money, in your mind, you should be saying, "I'm letting this person have this money. This is just a loss." They've erased themselves out of my life, and so I'm chalking this up as a loss. But what are you really doing? This person needed money. They didn't have money, and then you gave them money. A lot of times these people don't have the money to pay it back, and then they disappear from your life, like you say. They disappear, and they're so ashamed, and they just getting by themselves. That's why they had to ask you. That's why they got that money from you. Why give up? Okay, if you don't have the money to give, like, okay, if this person is said they're gonna pay you back, and that's a, why are you lying to these people? Just say, look, I don't know when I'm gonna pay you back. I know that I need this money. And I'm humbly asking you to give it to me. If you say no, it's gonna be nothing, no hard feelings. But I have to go and figure out how to get this money. That's the proper way to say it. And so now you get this person, and so now they're willing to either not give you the money, give you the time limit that you need to get the money, or they just let you have the money and don't want none of it back. I don't know why people, hey, can I borrow $20? Can I borrow this? Do you know what borrow mean? That means you're going to give it back. That's why I don't borrow money. I don't borrow money. I lend money, but I don't even lend it. I have $100. Depending on what your story is and whatever, that's what I have. Now you can take that $100 and flip it and do whatever you want with it, but that's what I have, and I have it. If you say that you're gonna give it to me, or that you're gonna give it back to me in 6 months' time, a year's time, you've calculated in your mind how long it's gonna take you to pay me back. Now I'm not looking to be paid back, but okay, I say okay, that's a nice time to get the money back. But people are in debt. People are thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. Soon as they turn 18, what they do? They go get a $1,200 phone. Right? Then they go, depending on what their credit look like, you probably don't have no credit at that late age unless your parents was building you credit with a credit card. Now you got to borrow and rob Peter to pay Paul. No, that's not how it works. I know people that are millions of dollars in debt and pay it off in a couple years. And then some people drown in that debt and die. You can have debt as long as you pay it. And that's the number one thing people are. I ain't gonna say everybody, but I would say the people that's robbing people, Peter to pay Paul, getting all the shoes and the makeup and the this and the that and all of this shit that they put they'll risk their life for. That's what. I'm like, what really do you need? You need a couple changes of clothes, uh, face face cream, face soap, body soap, lotion, food. $10, $15 for food. I mean, if you gonna go there, no, I need my pictures. Oh, I need this uh, pink painting. I know I need all this stuff. Really? You need all that stuff? Okay. And then while you telling me what all you need, you also need some money. When I see people, you can't put bullshit into what you gonna say to me. You can't, because I not to say that I'm gonna react. I just, you know, hey, I really need to cut this conversation short. I'm gonna pray for you, and I want you to think about the things that you need. I'll tell them some clues to get their life together, but I know that their minds are, they not with me, and it may take some years, it may be forever before they actually get it. They may never get it. I have a good friend. We've been friends since I was 15 years old. Uh, and she taught me how to drive. She got my first apartment. I got the apartment, but she walked me around to get the apartment and filling all the paperwork out. I worked. I went to school. I did what I have to have. In that time frame, I was so tired of just the day. I'm like, this cannot be. What, where, how I'm going to have a kid? How I'm going to live my womanly life? I need a partner. I need a partner to help me. And I began praying for that. And that's how my life went. This is how my life is going. But some people have goals to be millionaires, billionaires, even just, couple hundred thousandaires, whatever your goal is, stick to your goal. Don't be lying and conniving and you know, swindling this one and don't do this shit. I'm telling you, it is going to end badly for you. It's going to end badly. If you've already done some of this stuff, all of it, stop and go the other way. Cuz this is going to end badly. I'm just like people just they just so, I ain't going to say stupid, but I'm just like, why do they do this shit? Are y'all in a trance? What is wrong with you? Just meaningless conversations. You've been talking to this person for years, and you consider them. I consider them acquaintances still, but they consider you as a friend, and they just lying and conniving and stealing and just doing all types of stuff. And then they wonder where you at? Why you don't want to come by? Why you don't want to come by? Why you don't want to interact with them? Because you a liar, a stealer. You everything. You be stealing and lying and just any way, every waking hour that you awake, you up to some schemes. I would say just turn away. Turn away and be a better person. I'm not gonna tell you uh no factual, I ain't gonna tell you like different facts about people because I don't know the facts. People will sit up there and hang out with you and all of this, the past and all of the stuff that they've done. following them. And you can tell because they look at all the exits, and you look at the exits a couple times in the course of an evening. But I'm talking about just looking at the exits. You diarrhea at the mouth. You telling personal shit, all of this. I'm like, I don't even. Why do I want to know this? And then I have to sit up there and listen to you. And this is when everybody know when I'm done listening. All right, baby. This is what I say. All right, baby. Well, I got to go. I wish you the best. You know, I wish now I got girlfriends. They talk about their lives, and and some of it is therapeutic. Some of it is helpful. They talk about a little bit about their life. I talk about a little bit about my life, and we just vibe for hours. Some people I don't even really know. Just met them right there, but we go have drinks and just chill out. It's a young lady I met a couple weeks ago, and I don't really want to say too much, because this is her own personal business. But from my standpoint, with all the stuff that I'm going through, I can't. I ain't gonna say I can't. I will not be involved in anything that she gonna do. I didn't even get the girl number. I would say she has a beautiful life to live, and she can choose to live it. She has a job that she works from home. She can stack money, save money. But in the first conversation, this young lady told me some deep things, and I don't know if it was like a zodiac thing or whatever, because she said she was an Aries. I'm a Sagittarius, but I'm just like, wow. She told me some deep things, and I'm like, girl, you need to be in counseling. You need to be in counseling. You need to be I would say spend your time working, taking care of your child, and at your grandma's house. And I ain't even gonna say at your grandma's house, because she had to drive. Uh, I want to say 20, 30 minutes drunk with her child. Now that's crazy. And I would say, anytime I would say, you ain't drunk. I would say she wasn't drunk, but according to the legal standards, this lady would have been apprehended with the DWI stuff, or DUI, whatever it is. You can't, and then people want to get into this, but I just listen. I just listened to the whole conversation, and I didn't have an opinion. This is this woman's life. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This is this woman's life. But I would say, with all of that stuff I'm dealing with, see, I normally pour my heart into these type of things. But only thing I could tell you, wake up, drink your coffee, don't contact nobody from your past except your grandma. raise your son, go to the library whenever you can, read as much as you can, and raise your son. And oh, I'm sorry, therapy. She need therapy. And I wouldn't hire the first therapist. I would shop around. This woman really needs therapy. And now you tied to a baby daddy, and he ain't. I ain't gonna say he ain't no good, but he's what he is, and they just arguing and fighting and stuff. And this is what you got to put up with for I don't have any answers for this woman. I don't. I procreated with a good person. Even after we are not together, we could still co-parent. We never cussed each other out. We ain't never said no bad words to each other. Now we done said some bad things. Uh, so we done had our few little fights, but it ain't it. There's nothing to be violent over. He say his little thing, I say my little thing. He say his little thing, and we might say some little snippy stuff to each other. But it's no B and H, and you did this, and no, it ain't that. None of that. Cause I don't even deal in situations like that. I had a situation where I was disrespected, uh, and I like in the first sign of disrespect, I made my plan to get out of that situation, and I got out. He knew he. I don't even know what he knew or what he. I know that he. I will not take disrespect, and I'm not gonna disrespect you. There's no way. Sitting up there, you B, you H, you did this, and you accusing. You can't accuse me of nothing, cause I be at home. That's where I be. You can look at the surveillance cameras or whatever around my house. In my house, we have the little ring door camera. We got the inside cameras. You can look at me. There's no, like, okay, the accusatory, just accusing. No, that does not work. You accusing me of something, I'm gonna leave. If you, oh, that's why you left. You just told me to leave when you accused me of something. You said something and I said no, and you said this. No, that's what. Well, we agree to disagree, and I'm going to leave. That's it. I don't even do this back and forth shit. I don't. If you accusing me of doing whatever, and it's like, well, okay, no, I didn't do it. That's the answer to your question. No, I didn't. And you say, well, yes, you did. Okay. Well, you have a nice life. You have a great day, a great life. And I see you when I see you. That's what I'm saying. When all of this mess with words. And so a lot of people be lying. I ain't gonna try. People be lying and lying and lying. And you know the best liar, the best liar is the one that's gonna accuse you. They the ones behind the scenes doing the shit. And I'm like, what? Well, why are we doing this? Why? If you want to be a booty call and get you some booty and go on about your business, it ain't gonna be me. But I wish you the best with your booty call. Oh, wow, this person just got buried by the ceiling. The ceiling caved in on them. Anyway, y'all, I done forgot what I was even saying, and I don't really have a title to this, but I would just say, just keep it real. If you done this stuff, you're gonna reap the consequences of whatever you've done. But don't do it again. Don't. Refrain. Retreat. I'm telling you. I don't know how, I don't even know what your consequence is gonna be. I really don't. I'm not gonna tell you what your consequence. I'm gonna pray for grace and mercy for you. That's what I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for grace and mercy for you to get out of whatever. Because whatever you done did, it didn't kill you. Stop doing it. Just stop. That's the key. Stop. It ain't what. Oh, I ain't never did this. I've never did that. Oh, I've never did this. I never. Okay, you ain't never did it. Okay, now what? Did you do it? I'm not gonna answer that question. Whether I did it or not, whatever it is wrong, right? Whatever it is you wrong. It's wrong, right? Or is it right? Is it wrong or is it right? Well, I've never, whatever it is you touting that you ain't did. I would never ever put a person in that position to read off all their wrongs, all the things they done wrong in their life up until now. Now, if it was yesterday that you did this wrong, I'm gonna probably stay away from you, depending on how wrong it is, because you done just murdered somebody. If you murder somebody, somebody's going to murder you, or you're going to be in prison. And I know that the rare cases where people get away with it up until they 60, 70, but you do see that they do get arrested. Some of them die horrible deaths. Some of them might have died peacefully or whatever. I don't know. But when you look at the karma, how karma comes very quickly. It used to take some time, you know, 20, 30 years. They didn't found some girl or some man dead, and now they didn't reopen the case and found these fingerprints, and you like, damn, I thought I didn't got away with this. You done moved up across state, cross country, and they didn't reopen the case on your ass. And some of them beat it. Some of them beat the charges, and whatever. But if you did this thing and whatever it is, you done did that was wrong, and you trying to hide it, it's gonna come to light. That's it. So I would just say, stop. Just stop whatever you're doing. Just stop it. Some people skim and scam millions of dollars, and they wonder why they back broke. Some of them become pastors, and some people, they just don't learn their lesson. I got a little guy friend. I ain't gonna say little because he older than me. Went to prison for 12 years. Got out. Now you would think, he a felon, so he ain't gonna get no job. Well, he got a job. Now he owns his own business. And not to say that times don't get hard for him, because they do get hard. But he's never asked for no money. He is just a grind. He grinds his ass off. Always in different cars, And I think that he got some money just recently because they didn't totaled his truck. I don't even know what kind of truck it is. They didn't totaled the truck, but then they find out they had liability insurance on a full cover. The car was newer than his. So he tangled up in that, And I'm just like, well, it appears that he's doing good after serving 12 years. And that's federal time. Now you would say, why would you have a person like that around you and your son? Why would you have it? Was you having an affair with? I don't even care what you say. That's my friend. And he'll be my friend until I die or he die. That's what friendship is. Male or female. Now, would he cross a line with me? He hasn't. He hasn't now. I don't know in the future, but I would say not now. This whole thing where men and women can't be friends, I don't even understand what you talking about. I really don't. You have self-control. The other person should have self-control. If one person does have self-control, the other one doesn't. Now, I would say if he just is all out with it, we probably can't be friends. We probably can text or whatever, or talk, whatever. But I would say you can't even control yourself. Come holler at me in 5 years when you can control yourself. And leave it at that. But I've never had this, I've never had the lines crossed. That whole men and women, I wouldn't want my wife to be you. Okay, well, don't have a wife that that I guess you can't control. I guess I don't even know. Because men and women can be friends. They can. You just have so much in you, whoever's dealing with this, you have so much in you that you don't trust yourself. That's crazy. Now I would say I ain't gonna be with my I wouldn't be with my husband alone or have the guy over to my house alone without anybody knowing that he's there. We gonna go have drinks, we gonna do little things. But if our schedules conflict, I would tell my guy friend, like, you could come over when he's over here, or actually we have been I take that back. We have been alone together. I'm trying to see. We done been a man. We done been all over the country together. I'm gonna say, yeah, cause we used to work together. No, I would think I would say the lines that we had together, like, they were just platonic. But when I was single, they were like a little bit more flirty. And then, I announced, I was gonna have, I was gonna get married and have a baby and this and that. And then it came into fruition, and I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. There's no way that oh, never mind. I didn't got off subject again. There's no way I could have a relationship with the person that was like that touchy feely, just gonna be my friend just to seduce me. I would recognize that. I would totally recognize that. And then there's no way that we could ever have a relationship. There's no way. But, who knows? Time 5 years from now, I may think different. No, let me take that back. That's gross. Like, when you start a relationship with someone and they're the opposite sex, you define what that relationship is gonna be in that moment. If you look at someone and there's no spark, there's no spark, nothing. I would say that relationship is either friendship, acquaintance, or whatever. That's what that relationship will be for me. Because there's no way that I could just. Actually, I don't even know. I don't know. I've never even explored that. So take that off the table. Let me get off of that subject. Back to what I was gonna say. If you out there doing wrong, you say I'm gonna do wrong for the rest of my life. Some version of wrong. And ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me or whatever, Nothing is gonna happen to me. I'm here to tell you something is going to happen to you. I'm telling you something is going to happen to you. Anyway, if you don't think fat meat greasy, if you don't think it, go ahead and live your life. Go ahead and live your life. And then at the end, if you have time, tell me how that went. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to publish this. This is my content for the day. And you guys have a wonderful day. And take care of yourself and take care of each other.